Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Gulfstream Park. Ron Nicoletti, along with Acacia Courtney. There you see, we got partly cloudy skies this afternoon. Get the track sealed up, but we'll be opening it up because we have a fast main track and a firm turf course this afternoon, Acacia.
Yes, we do. Some very, very light showers this morning in this area, so nothing that would really impact the going as far as the courses are concerned, which is good news. This looks like throughout the rest of the day, we'll have a beautiful afternoon in South Florida.
Yeah, we got lots going on today here at Gulfstream Park. And first of all, it is Friday, so we started off with Beat the Expert. It's my turn this afternoon. I've been doing pretty good. I think I got three wins in a row. I think, or 2 or 3 wins in a row. Let's see if you can beat me dethrone me, we'll say, this afternoon.
That's right. Today, you have until first post, so about an hour to get your picks in. It's free to play. As always, register on the Gulfstream Park website, and you could have a chance to win one of those Beat the Expert polos.
But the real big news this afternoon, besides the big jackpot guarantee in the Rainbow Six, is the Stronach 5 here with 155,000 thereabouts in the pool this afternoon. Last time it was like this, they bet like $600,000 into it. So you can bet it, of course, on First Bet each and every day. All the wagering actually on First Bet, but today especially with that big carryover. There you go. They got a good deal going on here. You can get up to $10 back if you bet the Stronach 5 this afternoon. Go to firstbet.com, see the promotions and slash promotions and check it out. They're giving you free money here.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that. And it's a trip to Overlay City, as Pete Aiello always says. It's just that low 12% takeout, and you get a free bet here. So what more incentive could you possibly want to play at today's Stronach 5?
Yeah, so that'll be a little later on. Kicks off at Laurel, and I believe all the races today that are in the Stronach 5 are on the main track. So you main track aficionados, you got to get your handicapping done this afternoon. With that said, the first race today is on the turf, and it's a mile on the turf. It's maiden claim is 3-year-olds, $16,000, scratching the one Big Frank, who was main track only. And Acacia's going to show you her early pick 5 ticket.
Hey, we do kick it off with a $24 play. I just didn't really have a strong opinion about any one particular horse throughout the sequence. So I'm too deep in pretty much every race with the exception of the third, where I wanted a little bit more coverage. I've got 3 horses in there, but currently a few horses vying for favoritism in this opener. I've got now a Jaguar and the number 9 Quinto Sol, which is currently your favorite for $24.
Yeah, for Angel Rodriguez. And I went with the number 2 in here. I used both your horses, actually. I split it with the 7 FanDuel. But now a Jaguar dropping to the 16 level this afternoon. Track the pace, finished 6th against 25 career debut. 4 Dale Romans, Corey Lannery handling just because of the class relief. I see you had similar thoughts, I guess, putting the number 2 on top.
Yeah, I had actually a tough time with this race just because it's really hard to trust anybody. So the biggest, I guess, encouraging factor with now a Jaguar is, as you mentioned, has never run this low before. Tried the turf last time. It was a solid field that he did face, but he drops back in class. Now second time on the grass by Street Sense out of a mare whose only win was on the grass. As far as the 9 Quinto Sol does go, yeah, he makes sense, but he's already been exposed at this level a couple times. But I think he's a logical player in this field.
Yeah, and we split, which FanDuel is hoping for a clean trip, but followed the second place finish a couple of starts back. Had some trouble, was bumped, checked, not badly, went 5th. So those, I think, are the logical 3 in the opener. If you're looking at the board right now, 2 and 9 are vying for favoritism.
And Ronnie?
Yes?
The 7 is named Dual Fuel.
What did I call it?
FanDuel.
Oh, Dual Fuel. Well, I looked real quick. I don't want to wear my glasses on the air, so you'll have to excuse me there. FanDuel, Dual Fuel, whatever it is. So I have it written right. I just said it wrong. So race race 2 this afternoon, 5.5 furlongs. Claimers, fillies, and mares, 4 and up. Non-winners of 2 in life, $6,250. And we both went with number 4. Classy Beast.
That's right. For Francisco D'Angelo, dropping in class. And once again, the biggest draw with this one is that he's never run this low before. And also has some natural speed as well. I think that that's a big positive for this one. His run on both surfaces against much tougher throughout his career. So dropping in, last dirt race was for 12.5, where ran behind that repeat winner, Gitana.
Yeah, Gitana. Miss over there is another drop into this level. Tracked the pace last time out, faded against those 12.5 types going this distance of 5.5 furlongs. I threw in 2 Stylers, who was freshened after following that maiden score at GP West. Came back, weekend going 6.5 furlongs for Rohan Crichton. Rajiv Mirage will be in the saddle.
And I use the 6, Just Smokin', who, while our top pick and Too Stylish both have some tactical speed, I think that Just Smokin' will likely be the one setting the pace.
We're going on the turf for race number 3. It's a 5-furlong turf claimer. Fillies 3-year-olds, $35,000 down to $25,000. First scratch of the afternoon. Not many scratches today. Is the number 3 horse in here. Borma has been declared out of race number 3. And I started it off here with the number 2 Exact. You have it in second. Stepping up to face winners for Todd Pletcher, Embassy El Jaramillo in the saddle.
And it was a very impressive maiden win last time out for the Levels. We'll just take a look back just from the 8th pole to the wire just to see how impressively she did win and pulling away from Bohemian Rhapsody, who finished second in there. Now that said, she was dropping from 50 to 16, so you would kind of imagine that she should win this way. Now she's stepping up to face winners for the first time and in for $35,000. Maybe it's just okay, well, maybe we have a little bit of a better horse on her hands than we thought. It looked like perhaps the for sale sign was out last time out, but she does have speed as well. And off of that effort should be respected. But I went with the number 7 third time around, who broke her maiden for 52 back, stepped up to face tougher allowance optional claiming types last time. She can be on the lead, she can come from off of it, and I think the drop in class should suit.
Yeah, getting a kitchen sink angle today with first-time Lasix blinkers, as you mentioned, against that was 6th against those 50 starter optional claimers for Ken Sweezy.
And against the boys that time, too.
Yeah, and Paco Lopez in the saddle. So lots of changes on the number 7. I used the one who you have, well, we basically have almost the same super. Turn It On is dropping to 35 level again after following that. Close-up 5th place finish at this level. Comes back duels and weekends against much better last time out for Dave Brady. Edgard's eyes. Inside post, Edgar had a good day yesterday, so maybe this horse bounces back.
And the 6 Viking Queen is turning back in distance for the first time. Won her first couple of starts. Let's see if the turn back kind of makes that kick that she has a little bit more potent.
Well, we're going to go to race number 4 this afternoon, a 6-furlong sprint. These are claimers, 3-year-olds, 50 down to 40,000, 6 in the field, no scratches or jockey changes. And it looks like maybe that number 6, Al Hebe, might be the right horse in here. Going to get Lasix this afternoon since coming back from that layoff since December.
Yeah, broke his maiden here at Gulfstream back in September, then tried Stakes Company at Tampa last time out and actually ran well, finished second in the inaugural $100,000 stake in December, so has been freshened up since then. Did have one work at least coming in here for the return to the races, but I think dropping in for the 50 after running second in a stake, it just kind of seems like this could be a good spot.
Yeah, you know, if you want to play devil's advocate, it looks like there's a couple of breaks in its training all the time, so coming back, you know, a little shaky. We'll see how they bet that horse. I used the one Palladio in second, is looking for clear sailing. He followed his $35,000 claiming victory. He had double trouble in that race. He was bumped at the start, squeezed in the stretch, finished 4th for Antonio Sano, Leonel Reyes. Inside draw this afternoon. Thought maybe with a clean trip, this could be part of the action today. I believe 3rd choice on the board.
Yeah, I probably was a little bit tough on this one. He does have quite a few wins to his name versus some of the others, but I gave a long look to the 2 Drop Anchor, who has a similar look actually to the 6 Al Bay, as this one and broke his maiden sprinting first time out, and then just in way over his head in his last couple. So it seems like off the layoff, kind of back to basics today, sprinting, and clearly not meant for those graded stakes tries, but I think this could be an interesting spot to see where this Cult by Anchor down does fit.
Well, let's take a short little break, and we'll come back with race number 5, $750,000 in the jackpot guarantee.
12 as they roll into the backstretch.
Welcome back to Gulfstream today. Ron and Acacia, fifth race this afternoon, a 5.5 furlong sprint. These are maiden claiming 3-year-olds, 12-5. Have the scratch in the number 12, but you're still dealing with 11 horses to kick off the pick 5 with $750,000 jackpot guarantee. It's amazing. Just like last week, we keep saying this was, starting anew. Now it's already up to 750 going into the Friday card, races 5 through 10. Let's take a quick look at my ticket this afternoon. And I went 3 deep in here with the last-minute deal, Try Me, and Our Guitar Casino. I guess they named it after the Hard Rock Casino, I guess. And 4 and 5 for me in race number 6 with Granger County, Mr. Nappy. And I got a little bit of interest in race number 7 with the number 2 horse in there, Buffalo Max, who's stretching out to 9. Was 55 to 1 last time out for Angel Rodriguez. Didn't run badly. Maybe I get a little bit of a price.
I like it 43.20, and I agree. I think that this first race to kick it off kind of does revolve around what that first-time starter does, too.
Yeah, I mean, we just got to see what that horse does. Our Guitar Casino. He's the son of a captured debuting for Georgina Baxter with Lasix and a consistent morning work tab showing for this bottom-level debut. So, starting at the bottom. But the barn doesn't do many first-time starters, but when they do, they're okay. They're like 4 for 9.
Yeah, absolutely. And we've seen some debuting for the lower-level maiden claiming ranks, and they've done quite well. The dam was just 1 for 12. Her only win was sprinting on the dirt, and the only other foal was a 2-time turf winner. But by uncaptured, which is very versatile, usually Georgina's horses are very quick out of the gate, going 5.5 furlongs on debut. I think that that's a big benefit, and with a good gate rider and Edgar Zayas aboard. I just didn't really trust anybody else in this field, so that's why I landed on the firster. The one with experience, I think, though, is the one you have on top in last-minute deal, who drops in class, but does have to work out a trip from the outside.
Yeah, that's claiming tech actually carved in half, tracked the action, finished third against those 25 state-bred maidens going 3/4. You're right, got it. Well, it's tough to win from out there. Now the outside post with the scratch at 12 for Jorge Delgado. MSCL Jaramillo named to ride. I think this horse is going to be on the engine, too, to try and get position there. And we both used the number 5, Try Me, who's turning back to the 5.5. First start since prompted to pace and finishing 4th behind a repeat winner called Awesome Beach, who I think is running in the 4th race today, if I remember correctly.
Yeah,
right?
I believe so. And it was a poor performance last time, but I think could potentially be one of the main speeds. We'll see what happens with the first-time starter, Our Guitar Casino. But I think that Try Me, who ran very well on the wet fast track, has that early speed, and that's his biggest benefit.
Yeah, and Our Guitar Casino, you're absolutely right, will be on the engine if tradition holds true with the Georgina Baxter Bond. Race number 6 this afternoon, 5 furlongs on the turf. Claimants 4 and up. Non-winners of 2 in life. The scratch to 1, Awesome Enough, is scratched out of race number 6. Here's where your late pick 5 kicks off. You're going to be right up there?
I'm going to let you talk about it while I choke.
Okay, yeah, you go. So she's got a $36 ticket this afternoon, and she's going to start off with the horse. I mean, the logical one I use, part of that is Granger County, but she also has the 3 horse in there, and nice coverage all the way through to race number 10. And once she recovers from her coffee,
I'm good now.
she'll tell you which one is our long shot in this deal, if there is one.
Absolutely. Trying to get a bit of a price a little bit later on. Sorry about that. I took a sip of water, and that didn't go so well. A long shot in the last race with the 6 Pearlescent, who I think may be able to turn the tables on Trish the Dish.
Well, I'm interested to see how you started this 6th race. I did go with the 4 Granger County, who's dropping to the 12.5 level today after showing some early interest, finishing 4th and 3rd, respectively, against those 22 lifetime claimants for Ralphie Nix. And you got MSCL Jaramillo handling the 3rd start of the current form 2nd. I thought this one might be a logical one.
I agree, and I think more than anything, he just finds the right field today. It's definitely no world beaters in here for sure. At one point, French Reef would have been a very, very short price, but unfortunately, those last 2 races, especially the most recent one, just really make you kind of question, as he has been quite a money burner with just the 1 win.
Yeah, you're trying to guess in this spot with the number 5, Mr. Nappy, who adds the blinkers back after showing speed and fading against those 20 types. But that was back in December, coming off the layup for Fernando Abreu with Tyler Gaffleone atop the son of Palace. Maybe this one runs well in this spot.
It is a slight drop in class for sure. I mean, has overall been running against tougher. Let's see what happens with the blinkers on, as they did try blinkers a few times early on in his career, and he showed some more speed then.
I just want to ask you about the number 6, Frontier Mesa, who's the son of Sky Mesa. I like the breeding on this horse. You know, he bred for the grass with Paco. I mean, maybe this horse can run well this afternoon, just on the breeding angle.
No, I totally agree, and that's why I kind of threw this one on in 4th. I just didn't really know what to do with him, as we see Benny Feliciano send his first horse here for the meet. But, I mean, he's winning at a 19% clip on the year, so I think important to pay attention to this one and see how this horse is bet.
Yeah, Frontier Mesa, just like the breeding, and I just happen to know that like Sky Mesa's on the grass. Race number 7 this afternoon, 1 mile and 1/8 on the turf. These are claimants 4 and up, non-winners of 3 in life. 20 down to $16,000. I'm glad you put the 2 somewhere on your ticket. I thought maybe Buffalo Max had a shot. I don't know, what is there? There's only 9 to 2 on the board. I thought he'd be a higher price.
I think so, too.
Yeah, stretching out to 9 furlongs. He closed wide last time out. And I just thought at 55 to 1, he finished behind those next out winners, Dream Friend, Cairo Campaign going a mile for Angel Rodriguez, Marcos Meneses handling the real estate. So I don't know, 9 to 2. I think this horse might be a little higher.
I think so too. I think especially the 1 and the 3 might take more attention in this spot. And speaking of the 1, Convict Pike, will take a little stroll back through his last race, which was in mid-January. He went 9 furlongs off the layoff and first time here at Gulfstream in December, but shortening up a little bit last time out, he really seemed to, and second time here at Gulfstream and a cleaner trip, had a nightmare trip 2 starts back. But here, I thought at 9 to 1, he ran a really big race behind Traffic Pattern, who was 4 to 5 for Chad Brown, and now he'll stretch out a little bit again to the mile and an 1/8. Go back and watch his race 2 starts back if you have a chance. He just never had an easy time of it, and I'm surprised that he was actually as big a price as he was last time out.
Yeah, you know, when I handicapped the race, this is the horse I thought they had to beat here. Convict Pike at the 9 furlongs. Of course, we mentioned, you know, Buffalo Max, because I was trying to get a little bit of a price. The other horse that I think is a major contender in here, and actually on the board right now, on the morning line of 5 to 1, is Freedom's Flight, who's dropping to the 16 level today. He had some trouble. He finished 7th in his last race. But he's a 9 furlong specialist. What is it, 4 starts, 2 wins, a second and a third.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it took a while for him to break his maiden, but as we sometimes see, broke his maiden at the 9 furlongs, then came right back and won a non-2 allowance also at the 9 furlongs at Ellis Park. So he was in good form. Off the layoff at Gulfstream last time, drops in class, stretches out. I think this is a good spot for him.
Paco Lopez will be in the saddle. Race number 8 this afternoon is a 1 mile claimer, fillies and mares. 4-year-olds end up with $6,250. I started it off in here with the number 2, Assume Control, who finds, oh, by the way, this is the race in the Stronach 5 that we have from Gulfstream Park, race number 8, and it's not an easy one. You can see our selections up there. A little different in here.
I think this is my fault. I think I meant to have the 2 on top,
Okay.
so that's my mistake. Should be 2, 3, 5, 4. Sorry about that, guys. Totally my fault.
Oh, well, okay. So 2, 3, 5, 4. So Assume Control finds an ideal spot to make it 2 in a row. I thought after using her speed to make every call a winning one at this level of distance. So I looked up a stat on Gustavo Delgado. Winner last time out, claimers on the dirt. He's 15 for 59, 25%, 51% in the money. Nice return on investment of 227. And I went over this race numerous times because it is part of the Stronach 5. And I don't see many horses that can beat Assume Control.
No, I agree, and that's why I meant to have him on top. But he went nicely last time out. He's not been the most consistent horse, but I think that's a really good stat to see here as well. I thought the other one that could potentially grab a share in here was the 3 Bahamian Girl, who does stretch out in distance and drops back down to the 62.50. At this level, going 7 2 starts back, was beaten just a neck. The biggest question is if she can handle the mile, but I do think that her speed will be the biggest benefit, and she ran well at 7/8.
Well, you know, I get some interest in the number 6 in here, Flashing Diamond, stretching out to the 1-turn mile after returning from that successful sojourn up to Tampa to finish third against similar quality going sixth. But look back at this horse, Steve Clisaris, Tyler Gaffalione, 4-time winner at the distance. You say, no, a sprinter. I think maybe this horse can run well at the mile today.
Yeah, I'm curious to see what's going to happen because unfortunately the recent mile tries in January and September, both at this level, were pretty poor, but does have a 4-time win. I circled it as well at the distance and also has some speed. It could make things difficult for the 3 horse that I use stretching out.
You know, back a ways back, number 8, Grace's Drama, a 10-time local winner would be like odds on in the spot, but things have not been too good for this horse. But Edgar Zayas will be in the saddle today.
Definitely something to take note of, as you said it, the 7-year-old mare. We know her well here in South Florida. I included the 5, She Takes Heart, a similar one that we've seen around here for quite a while. This is an 8-year-old mare.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens to that, being part of the Stronach 5. So Casey and I helped you out there. Just take all of that, that particular leg of the Stronach. It looks like the 2's a major player. Well, I'm interested to see if people will be single at a horse in the Stronach 5. Race number 9 this afternoon is a 1 3/8 on the turf. Allowance optional claimer, 4-year-olds and up, optional claiming $62,500. What an interesting race for a 5-horse field.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. The class of the race is the one, Jace's Solitude, who's off of a layoff. I mean, this is a horse that was running against Zulu Alpha and Admission Office back in the summer of 2020. We've seen him here at Gulfstream before, either high-level allowance races or stakes company pretty much all of last year.
Let's show you a stat on Eddie Keneally with a layoff like this, 180 days plus on the turf, 9 for 38. 24%, 40% the money, 251. Absolutely class of the field. Eddie not having a banner meet here at Gulfstream thus far, but this is one of his stars of his stable.
Oh, yeah, and this is a horse going 1 3/8 that we know he can go the distance. I mean, he's going 1.5 miles before at Laurel Park in the past, crossing the wire first at least, and just facing such tough company. So I thought on class he was the standout and seems to be training well up at Palm Meadows. I also gave a look to the 3 Monarchs Glen, an older horse that Saffie Joseph claimed. And Saffie has 2 in here, and we'll get to his other in a moment. But I thought that this one was actually the one that will be a bigger price. And his first race off the claim was in the Canadian Turf, grade 3, last time out. And just all the horses were flying towards the wire at the end. I'm intrigued by this one. He used to show some speed and I think can handle the distance.
Yeah, you're getting Julian Leperoux in the saddle today, so he looks like he might be on the engine. But a couple of horses come out of this race that could not be separated at the wire.
No, dead heating last time out. It was an exciting finish as we go back to January 9th, the rematch of Bluegrass Parkway and Battalion. Different trips, too. Battalion was kind of up close in this, while Bluegrass Parkway was closing from off of it. Bluegrass Parkway actually the favorite for Mike Maker, waiting for waiting for room. I think the easier trip went to Battalion as he's in the clear here, and still we don't even see Bluegrass Parkway. So right now the 3 Battalion on the lead. Closing is the 1 Bluegrass Parkway, and they end up hitting the wire at the exact same time.
Yeah, dead heat at 1 3/8. Always find that interesting. Yeah, I needed 11 furlongs, and there you go. They couldn't separate each other. So as you mentioned, one to Bluegrass Parkway trained by Mike Maker. Saffie's got the 2 in the race. So a 5-horse field. It is just so interesting to me. So a lot of people saying, well, I was going to single the 1 in the Rainbow Six or something like that. You can't do it. I think 4 horses can win that race.
I mean, even Epic Bromance, he's got a little bit of backlash too.
Yeah, so I mean, all of them can win that race.
Absolutely.
Race 10 this afternoon, keeping on the turf at 1:16. Claimers, Fillies, and Mares, 4 and up, non-winners of 2 in life, 20 down to $16,000. I went with the number 3 horse in here, Trish the Dish, wheeling back after making that strong 6-wide rally to finish second, beating the length for Brian Lynch. Javier Castellano in the saddle.
And he rode this mare last time out, and we'll take a look at that race as both she and my long shot pick, Pearlescent, come out of that race off of closing wide out there is the 6, Trish the Dish, the gray, and the number 8 is Pearlescent, who was 16 to 1 that day. But I thought at this point, I mean, Trish the Dish is not even in the screen. She ran such a huge race. She came flying late, closing there, and I thought finished up really, really well that day to get up for second. So she is, I think, the horse to beat in this spot. I'm trying to upset her a little bit with Pearlescent, who was up on top of that pace last time out, and hoping that she, now second time against winners, keeping Edgard Zayas, can run a little bit stronger today.
Yeah, and the Copper was the winner of that race. They came back the other day and didn't run that well, so I don't know how much stock you put into that. Trish the Dish, boy, you cannot miss Javier Castellano in the stretch. You know it's him riding.
Oh, yeah, that's for
He's
sure.
just right down there as low as you can get, so he's coming back. Of course, he had that operation, but he's been doing great. He's got a lot of horses to ride on Saturday and Sunday, I'll tell you that much. Number 7, I thought was interesting, Freddie Mo Factor, who's stretching out to the mile and the 16, rallied to finish second in back-to-back races, going a mile for Mark Hennig, has Tyler Gaffney handling that additional half furlong today. Maybe that's the answer.
Maybe it is, and this one has been knocking at the door in the last couple, now third off the layoff and has some tactical speed.
Well, that's how we see the Friday card. Beat the Expert Day and Stronach 5-day with the big jackpot guarantee. Oh, but we're not done. We got the famous, here we go, lightning round.
Yes, we do indeed. And as we usually do on this segment, we'll take a look at what happened yesterday. You mentioned it was a good day for Edgard Zayas, several with 2 wins, but 3 win Thursday for jockey Edgard Zayas, who's been having a very strong meet just throughout the championship meet here at Gulfstream.
Yeah, he had a little period there where he wasn't winning a couple of races, but he's been fantastic. He's been in the top 5 for the whole meet, and that's very good. And he's just an excellent rider and an even better person. So good luck and congratulations to him.
Of course, a local jockey that rides here year-round at Gulfstream Park and continuing to do well on the big stage here is looking ahead to our Saturday card. We have those 3 stakes, but on the undercard, we're going to see the return of a very interesting horse, and that's Tiesto, who's the half-brother to multiple Grade 1 winner Promises Fulfilled, who won the Fountain of Youth, among other sprint races. And this horse is back on the turf for Bill Mott.
Yeah, I remember this horse being second in the Palm Beach, I believe, last year. Was it 2020? So, Tiesto, brother of Grade 1, multiple Grade 1 winner, Promises Fulfilled. And what a meeting Bill Mott has been having.
Absolutely. He tried running against Art Collector on the dirt before the layoff, back to the turf on Saturday. But also on Saturday, we're going to see the return of our Pegasus World Cup turf winner, and that is Colonel Liam, who's back Saturday at Fairgrounds.
Yeah, in that race, I looked it up. It's the Munoz. The Munoz Memorial Grade 2 mile and an eighth. Of course, here he is. And almost gets beat by his stablemate Largent that day. That was some race.
Yeah, and so for those of you wondering, Irad Ortiz has been serving a suspension here at Gulfstream. He will be out of town this weekend on Saturday, of course, to ride Colonel Liam at the Fairgrounds. Jose Ortiz at the Fairgrounds this weekend as well. But speaking of Todd Pletcher, he will have a busy couple of weeks with Colonel Liam back this weekend. And then next weekend, Known Agenda, who won a nice allowance win here at Gulfstream, is pointing to the Florida Derby.
Yeah, one very impressive. And he's one of the horses that Todd has said that he's thinking of putting into the Florida Derby, which will be actually, what is it? A week from tomorrow.
Yeah.
Wow, it's just a
8
week
days
from
away.
8 days away. So incredible. Known Agenda. Yeah, really does a nice work. Won that allowance race by, I think, 11 lengths. So certainly, Todd, you don't count them out of anything. I think he's won, I forgot how many Florida
Five,
Derbies.
I believe.
5,
Yeah.
5 Florida Derbies. So that is just amazing. Adds to his incredible record here. He's probably going to be leading trainer again, I would think.
I would certainly think so, as he is atop the standings, continuing there, as we often see. But some news, as we talked a little bit about the finalists for the George Wolfe Memorial Jockey Award, and Deshaun Parker has been announced as the winner, of course, voted on by his peers, by fellow jockeys in the Jockeys Guild. Congratulations to a very deserving winner in Deshaun Parker.
Yeah, I've been reading lots of nice things they've said about him, but most importantly, he's 5'10".
Yeah, which is amazing.
I can't believe he's 5'10". He's 2 inches taller than me. And he wins, and he looks like he's a fantastic guy.
Yeah.
Absolutely, congratulations.
For sure. Everything you read is positive, not only about his riding on the track, but who he is as a person. So big congratulations to Deshaun Parker. As we've mentioned a couple of times, though, today, the highlight will be at the Stronach 5, that low 12% takeout, and we got that big carryover to offer today.
Yeah, $155,000 thereabout. Kicks off at Maryland Race 8 about 4:30 p.m.
And we do have that $10 free bet as well. Check out everything on First Bet on the promotions there. Up to $10 back when you play today's Stronach 5. That will do it for us today. We hope that you're also getting set for Beat the Expert, the one and only Ron Nicoletti in the hot seat today as we send it up to Pete Aiello for scratches and changes.